What's up, people? Just want to drop a little gem, a little food for thought. I'm gonna paint a little picture, and hopefully it'll benefit somebody who has an open mind, a spiritual eye, and even some understanding through research and through literature that can confirm the way you may think and the way things are that are overshadowed and overlooked by most people. Where I'm at is a park. You got you have your field lights. They got the soccer. They play football here, and we are allowed to bring our dogs. So I ride my skateboard through here with my dogs, and we just enjoy ourselves. They did 2 laps, so we just out here just enjoying the heavens and the good old angels of the earth. But on the other side of these gates over here, on the other side of those gates is a graveyard site. It's a graveyard site, and I'm gonna break down some possibilities of what could happen when you may have innocent, pure children in fields so close to graveyard sites. I'm painting a picture. Let's say the kids are having a little competitive sports, and some kids are naturally just born competitively. And let's say that kid that's the best born competitively is he's not having his best game day. You know, he's got an overpowering father or mother or uncle or coach, whoever you want to put that label on, but that presence is there, and the kid loves to win himself. And they're playing with what you call it, they have pads. They got helmets and pads and all that kind of stuff. And let's say that kid get hit, cracked, bam. You know what I'm saying? And he's knocked unconscious, and he's already losing the game, and his spirit and his vibration is low because he was really excited. Some of his friends came to watch, his mom or his dad came to watch, so his vibration is really low. And then when he finally get popped and he get hit unconscious, it's a possibility that a spirit, now there's probably more spirits in this earth more than there are actual humans who are spirits just dwelling in the fleshly body. Dirty, lay down. There are spirits. That's crazy. I'm looking for my phone and it's in my hand. We are spirits living in the flesh, but there's billions of spirits that are dwelling by us. I wouldn't doubt that there's spirits listening to me, close to me, understanding what I'm saying. And spirits, when people die and they don't have knowledge, down. Good. Relax. When people die and they don't have knowledge of the afterlife, or they're not on a pursuit of light and awareness, some people can die being so caught up and hung up in this world where they don't want to leave this world. They've strived for their millions, or they're in love with somebody, or or it just could have just happened on accident, through an accident, and they really want to get back to their family or have that earthly experience. So you got a lot of predatory spirits on this earth, and they can see vibrations way better than we can. Let me give you a vibration. You might go into a store, and you a black guy or whatever, and I don't care what nation it is, half the time you might have more money than people that work there, but they'll give this energy off like you're trying to steal something. And sometimes you don't even want to go into the stores because you just want to go see if they got the item that you have, and if they don't have the item they have, and you walking right back out the store without purchasing something, they kind of you hate having to go through that, but it's a system, and you have to get past that because this is a system that this world has created so that it always lower your vibration, and you have to learn how to let go of certain attributes of humanity in order for you to have your true freedom. And some of that is mentally and understanding that you can't allow people and situations to oppress your mind and your spirit. So the point I'm making with that scenario of going into the store is you can feel a vibration that a person is getting off. You can feel their aura if it's not positive and it's negative towards you, or it's just sketchy, because you're like, damn, why I feel that way, So what I'm telling you about that vibration is a real thing. Everybody like vibration this and vibration that. When you start understanding the different vibrations that you experience through different environments, you'll begin to understand that's a real thing, and it's something that you should navigate with and through and respect. But on the other hand, in the spiritual realm, people that were once alive in the flesh, that are walking around invisible, they could see your aura. They could see when you're down. They could see when it's an opportunity to overshadow you. Overshadow you meaning to possess you. There's certain levels of possession. Now, I'm not no doctor, no professional. I'm just a person who likes and who understands and respects the spiritual realm. That's just been my lot throughout my whole life. I have intuition, and with all these different books and experiences, and now that you have YouTube, these things that I've learned and throughout my life are just pure, confirmations. So back to the kid who's knocked out. Boom, he's knocked out. They rush the coach, everybody, the parents run onto the field, and then they help him back to the sidelines, and he's coming back to his vibrations low because they're losing and all that type of stuff. That kid might be 13 years old, might be 9 years old, and he can be overshadowed with a person that's 60 years old, 50 years old. It doesn't matter the age. It's just that person is trying to come back into this world, and they see an opportunity by jumping into that person's body and inhabiting that person's body. Now, sometimes you might be able to see what you call it, the different progression. Dirty, down. Good. Sometimes you might see the different progressions and the change of the child, and you might not be able to identify it from that head crack on the field. Comes home, then all of a sudden just start moving different and thinking different, and don't want to do this and don't want to do that. Or just something to think about. I don't have to spell it all out. I'm just painting a picture to kind of give you guys an example of what possibly can happen. And guess what? Possessions also don't have to come from just being unconscious. When I was skating through the park, there was a woman in the park visiting a graveyard, and there's scriptures on how you're supposed to mourn, and it just gives you advice and wisdom on how you're supposed to mourn in this world. When you get caught up in mourning for a very long time, you lower your vibration, and you're gonna go visit that graveyard site and come back a totally different person through overshadow/demon possession. Something to keep in mind. You don't have to get knocked out. It's just your spirit aura. You know what I'm saying? Your aura is dropped low. There's an opportunity for somebody to hitchhike your body, and you may never ever get your body back, depending on the type of original spirit that you actually have. So keep that in mind. Stay focused. Stay driven. Stay in high vibration. Stay in good vibrations. I mean, yeah, you definitely don't want to be like it's not always where that you can be high, happy go lucky all the time, but you have to not have a depressed mind frame. You can't have that type of mentality. You have to have a mind frame of understanding and clarity. And even like certain men, let's talk to the brothers real quick. Men, sometimes you guys might be like, oh, I don't have nobody to talk to, or I don't have a woman right now. And if you don't have enough understanding, a foundation of life and clarity of life, on the path, on the journey that you are on, then you can lower your vibration, and then all of a sudden the spirit can get on you. And whether it be a lustful spirit, a person with a lustful spirit, or whatever, it's about protecting you. And you can watch movies, Mindhunters on Netflix. Mindhunters is a good example of what would happen to a person when something happens to them and they lower their vibration. If you got into this video, this length of this video, which some people can't stand listen to videos, and that's their folly, but wisdom come through time. If you got into this video, I really highly suggest that you watch Mindhunters on Netflix. It's a TV series, and it talks about how certain people are killers and all that type of stuff. A lot of times they were really innocent people before. They were innocent youth. Always listen to what happens to a person when they are younger, when they're not able to protect and defend themselves. Listen to the stories, whether you meet somebody you go on a date with and all that type of stuff, because sometimes they might have been overshadowed and they are no longer their original self. But if you watch Mindhunters, it will show you examples after examples of something happening to the actual killers before they became killers. And like something that brought their vibration down. Where they had to be in fight or flight, where they were nervous and scared, and then another spirit jumped in and said, I'll protect you. No one's gonna hurt you from now on. Matter of fact, you're gonna be doing the hurt, and that type of stuff. You have to be aware of that type of stuff. But I wanted to drop this video off, the first time I came through here, and I was like, interesting. They have a graveyard right next to this park right here, where all these vulnerable spirits are that are going up and down in vibration. And then from my house, like where I live, from right here, there's another graveyard site. And then on the other side of my community, there's another graveyard site. And it's like, why the hell did you put all these graveyard sites in black communities like that? And I mean, I can answer that myself. Would you please back up? Lay down. Look, right here. Hey, lay down. You big mouth dog, you lay down. Jeez. Look at this one. He love it there. I want to be so close. This is my guy. We had incidents last night where they did their job. My dogs did their job. I love my dog. Every time they do their job, I just love them even more and more and more. But they helped chase some criminals out of our community last night. So I'm excited about that. They are doing their job. Love these dogs, man. Put in the work with your dogs and get something out of them. Don't just be a type of person you just feeding them and they're not giving back. But they definitely give back. They chased four criminals out the community last night. But back to what I was saying, just wanted to drop that little information down because when you encounter people who don't seem to be in their right mind, it's okay to think that they're not, and don't be biased when it comes to how they look. You know what I'm saying? Whether they're professional, blue collar, riding a Mercedes, whether they're pretty, you know what I'm saying? Whether they're muscular, whatever. They don't have to be bums to be overshadowed. They can be overshadowed, stressed, because the simple fact is they couldn't close a deal and the rent is due, and it's been so hard on them, and they've been drinking, and that can lower their vibration as well. So it's just something to think about. Hope this was beneficial. Hope you can send this to somebody that you care about who might be going through something unusual. And one of my favorite books that I'm studying, that I'll be making a lot of videos with that foundation, is Field Guide to the Spirit World with Susan B. Martinez, and the Waspy. Those 2 books will help, give you some understanding, more understanding of how to map your mind when it comes to the spiritual world. But with that, I'll holler at y'all later on. Me and my dogs, we out. Peace.